They want the reaction to come into B.
And they're going to potentially get what they asked for. Still, it's an aid, ricocheting, rebounding out through the back and flash on top of it. Flooding forwards, Jorgamo! He's delivering, raining down, death and destruction. Put shots in the dark for safe. Might be able to equalize it ever so slightly still. They're sitting at a player disadvantage. But the reclears coming hot and heavy here from G2. They've got 3 players ready, and look at that. It's the bait and switch. Drop down. Jonah P's going to be calling it. Full awareness here with the wall. Make sure they have control on towards the back of the site. There's still a lot of unknowns. There are only 28 seconds left. They think that they could have potentially exited, and there it is. Opened up wide, but the trade was in sight. Trent's going to be able to equalize it. Less from behind. No, that's a dagger to the back, but only 18 seconds to play with in a 1v1 himself. Him versus Jonah P, and time is of the essence. It's already ticking away. Spike in his hands. Jonah P's giving him that space and that opening, but now with a fault line, right on the money, swinging wide, tapping away! Les delivers it! Bullet to the dome and a Red Bull put in the ideas. You can see some evidence of that one here to Salvos. Slow going. No damage really done, and a swing through the back of the site. Les is alone doing that one. It's a refight attempt. Salvos into the corner. Kicks has been dropped. And Durka up towards the top, perched up, high ground angle. Plucks Jonah P out, and Trent's going to be following suit alongside Jorgamo. And running and gunning does not save the day. Not for Valin, not today.
And while it looked dangerous, for Vitality.
Nice.
G2 again, though, looking to try to increase the tempo straight down short.
Yeah, quick play occurring. It's a bit of spam through the smoke as well. Durka's going to be traded out like fuck. No showers control, though, while this is going on. But Jonah P, oh boy, okay, just going to scurry out of there, just not in time. He's dropped Trent. Vitally important fight out towards showers. And now he's going to be squeezed from these remaining players. Vitality know how important this position is. And there's just no options whatsoever for these G2 players. Putting a slow squeeze on him. Valen forced to pick up the pieces, but he's rolling up to essentially a vacate up into this spot. Abundance of Yuto going to be lobbed right at him. Barely alive, man. The thread that he's hanging on to, barely. It is Yuto going to be thrown straight back. There's Trent trying to bail him out, but already lost him and control towards this one. That's a fault line into the Armageddon. Slow to a crawl, but the ultimate's even slower. It's not fast enough. Quick repetition by Trent, though. This, oh, it's catching him on a way! My God, finds the hammer. Sheriff finds 2, less from the side, and Treks alongside him. Tries to go for the spray down, but Leaf is responding, and it's left less into this 1v2. Again, a series of unknowns rattling through his mind. Jorgamo is a mile and a world away. But the time pressure is on Les. He's trying to pull some of these players out, get a bit more information, maybe a pick to make it much more winnable. G2 are not giving him squat, not giving him an inch. And now the net tightening, and straight from behind, it's Leaf who strikes.
That gets G2 on.
He has no exit strategy, it's just an orb picked up.
Wow.
The goal was to defend him.
He early round flashed somewhere else on the map. I've got to be honest, I can't remember where he began.
Okay.
And Trent's managed to pick up a kill just by spamming there, anticipating that Les was going to be scaling off the back of the wall going up.
His timings are quite impeccable. I mean, Jonah P's sliced him up, cuts up the fight. No noise. Got to try and get themselves into the site as freely as possible, but it's all discipline from G2 out towards the back of the site. However, Jonah P was open to the angle, and now Jorgamo is on a bit of an island. He needs a bit of help. Potentially here still, there's no committal, there's only 20 seconds left, and Vitality, they do need to get that spike down. It's a smoke in their face that makes it nice and awkward, and the call has to be made to try and fight this one through and out. Flashes in their face, and Jorgamo is attempting to be that one step ahead, spraying away. Kicks is running and gunning, but there's 8 seconds left to play with in the round, and it's just enough to get the extension they needed. Plant is down now, 2v2. Forwards is the angle, the footsteps betraying him. Armageddon's out. It's a rolling red carpet. G2, they are not the VIPs, they are not the ones to the party, but they're going to try and make it about them here now!
Leaf finds the shots, and he converts. He's a player that everyone...
He's going to be safe, and Durka wants to try and run them down with a showstopper of his own! Just sees the no way! Just whacks it into the side, this is chaos, and this is anarchy! Blood spilled out onto the sand here onto the B site. And why? Trent is the one who's dishing it out. Heads have been popped, but leaves it out to safe and balance. Sticking! Not planted! My God!
Vitality are going to be gutted about that opening.
Slow walk up though, and another refight is called for, and another TP! Popped right out to the side, that's Jonah P. Popping heads while he's at it. Trailblazer, it's a fast reaction, but that's going to be an aftershock, a stun. An abundance of util. I mean, G2, they've got it in spades.
30 seconds left.
Just when you think you're safe, always going to be refighting you, but how much more do they really have here? Sliders of corners and sliders of gaps, and G2 willing to double up. They have that opening where smokes are going to be dropped down and backs to these players. A vital one of that. Jorgamo, he's ready to take that contact and catch some kills, but it's Jonah P stealing all. Attempt to pave the way. It's going to be Thorns propped up as a result. Wall still not detted. Here through, round to the side as well. There's no follow-up, there's no trade. Nobody really could play into that gap, that window of opportunity that Durka just paid for with his life. Still, plan is necessary. And save, wow! He's taking matters into his own hands. Jonah P from the side. It's a flash and a repeat, but he's instantaneously traded out. Towards Heaven, spots the one player, but Vitality very much got this one. Under lock, and Key. Beautiful approach to that one. Clearing out through lamps. It's a tap from Valen. Needs to try and pull these players out, isolate these fights, but he's essentially got paper mache between him and the enemies, running and gunning, 7 bullets left to do it all, unless a jar with a movement there into the final moment, so used, but already go button pushed off, but not enough to deal with these Thorns as well. The Salvos and the Util that's going to be sailing over. It's going to be stopping them in their tracks up and over though, and not anticipating that Durka would be up onto that high ground. Leaves Leaf into a sticky spot. Try and buy time for the rest of his team to get back into this one here. With 30 seconds left, plan is finally going down. There is no pushback in sight from G2. Just them trying to square up and take these fights. Durka, this guy, not willing to take a step back. Wants to take the fight and he wants to take it now, but he has slowed it down and he is essentially the sole recipient of this site. He's got to try and hold this one down. First line of defense! And my God, he might just be the only one necessary!
Super difficult to figure out where they're ending.
Making noise now though, because there's only 30 seconds left. I think they've realized it. Need to pick up the pace ever so slightly. Fault line and re-swing out through sand. That's good position to dominate control of this one now. Hookah's a bit of a problem area. Vitality have to make a call themselves. They have to dominate one area of the map, but which direction are they going to be going into? Trailblazer to potentially get them into towards back of the halls. Salvo's on top of it. A lot of unknowns going to be rattling through their brains. Juggernaut from the side, still has the rifles in the hands of these players. He's going to be sailing them into the sunset, easily done with the trade in sight for kicks.
We saw
Boombot's going to signal it. How do you choose to play it? Breaks it. Was in a bit of uncertainty, but here's a showstopper and there's no time for quick reactions! Oh my God! There's a clone who's tanking that one. It still gets the value. Wraps itself around the corner and it's gained entry and open access to the side here for Vitality. Jorgamo has to make a play here, steps forward, and that flash is good with the connection. Spray, but he's run out of bullets, and the return of the fire is there. Kicks making sure he's mightily consistent, at least to return those kills, but Leaf, hold on, got something to say about it! And Jonah P by his side. One word to describe. Sand area, the Armageddon play to try and punish the drone that was coming out wide, but it's a quick step away. Durka's landed himself a bullet to the dome.
Wow, Jonah P. He was doing this in the prior game as well. He is an anti-op missile with the Vandal.
Durka's normally good for that. Nice to spot it out the setup. Even choosing to trigger the wall and step forwards into the fight and the fray, but that is going to be an order strike. Pushes him out wide into the open. Down and out, but do you choose to go off of this? Push forwards outside of triple. There's no follow-up out through heaven, so less. Oh, he's not safe, is he? It's Util where that came from. Trek's feeling like the issue's being forced, and the molly goes up and over just to buy them a bit of time. He's got an orbital strike in the back pocket. It's an extra layer of defense to try and win this round out! Oh my! Josh got a head on it. Salva's out towards the next layer, but that's only removed one piece of the puzzle. Vitality still in positions to play, and even goes down to the Salvos anyway. Orbital strike, forced out, but time is ticking. And G2, they need kills, they need to draw the blood, they need to find these players and these bodies. Kicks round to the side, and my God! Wins it out for his team, just in time.
Duelist at the moment.
Stray shots, less. Chip down. Heal online though, Kix has got that one in his back pocket, so hopefully not too much more damage done. Speaking of damage, Jorgamo dropped into the process, smokes in their faces. G2 looking like they might want to try and go for a bit of a refight. Valen slipping his way in through the side, and Jonah P in the back lines. Salvos drop down. Tempted to buy some time here for G2, and they've got this site into a vice grip safe, trying to barrel his way forwards, and damage done to the variety of players, unless it's a dead man walking. He should be at this point. Trent, jump spot. Less sticks, half earned on the defuse. It's win conditions! And he's a monster player! How is he pulling that off?
Just yet.
Bolt line. Unconnects, kicks as blind as anything, man. He's right up into the salvos as well, trying to seek that evacuation. Les cuts it up tight into the corner. That's just only a ghost in hand. We're anticipating some level of this one, and kicks as well, just forcing the issue. Pressing the advantage, pushing past them. Gives his team the advantage, at least in the player capacity. So 2v3, and Leaf skipping a hop towards the side here. Risks need to be taken himself, and Leaf just can't quite win that fight out. Taking a bit of a peek there. Trex knows the player's life because that discipline comes through and shines bright in moments like these. And surely spells out the death knell, doesn't it? I think for G2 in this map.
Even get to play out all 12 rounds if that was the kind of defensive vitality you're putting up again today.
To be forwards and a stun connects, and okay. Wrangle control, Sheriff in hand. Is Les going to be removed? Yes, he does. Catching a glimpse of it. This could be a brutal one. Backbreaker for G2 because they are not anticipating. Safe himself. Running a mockery over him. It's a three-piece in a round. Whilst there could have been chances and potentially still as long as Leaf can hit a few more worldies like that, but hard go of it. Vitality now find themselves up to 10. Drone's broken. Yeah, Turkus. Okay, rocking a hard place. Two to the TP, and he is stuck with two players waiting for him. Okay. Expectation there from G2, and they were thinking one layer ahead.
They gotta get a move on.
30 seconds left.
Line push forwards. Yeah, time is going to be an issue, isn't it? Take's already just priming the salvo as a peek from Les as well. He wants to try and force the issue, force the fight straight to them. Clears the way, most of the way, and it's still an Armageddon waiting into the back pocket. 17 seconds left. What is the call to be made here? Armageddon pushing forwards, but slow going is the ramp up, and Jonah P gets that plan down. Safety in numbers, G2 might have it, but Jorgamo ends up just going down to the straight bullet. Dog in your face, there's no saving that one, but the stun still gets off. And my God, safety with the spam out from triple. Leaves it just to save. 1v3 scenario. Need to ISO these fights, and good luck to you. Deep stun. No peek happening. G2 have got this one in the bag.
Vitality had him. It looks like the gamble's correct on where to stun. Yeah,
there's going to be a defense though, surely necessary. Okay, Rolling Thunder's going to be used, concatenated, added on top with the salvos. That is the cherry. Play straight down onto the site. Aftershock, Thorns, Les is lucky to be alive. Armageddon in through the back of the halls, forcing the issue and forcing the players forwards into the open arms of these G2 players, and with the plan down themselves. And even gets the tag on top of it. Fault line, rounded about, salvos out through the back. There's a safety pocket to play in itself, but the auto strike out wide, and Jorgamo, he's just running his way forwards. Gets caught out into the open. Durga finding that value, and here we go. Shotguns in play. Do you dare step in to the nest, which is Lamps? Quick maneuvers though. G2 eager to try and take the fight through the back, and that stun does connect, but there's damage done and bodies piling up into that direction. Lamps is a bloodbath occurring. Quick reposition as well. It's discipline here. The G2 players are showcasing, making sure that they double up. No ISO fight yet. Les is not given much to work with, still does the work. Still does the damage. Brings it to a 1v1. Salvo's online. Trex is pushed back for about a moment. Smoke still down. Bit of safety to play in, and just leaping into the fight. It's Trent who knocks the head of Trex clean.
This can be the comeback here for G2. Heard it from Valen's own mouth earlier.
It's a bait and switch, I think the Vitality are trying to cook up. Yeah, to nade. Durka was holding it over the shoulder, a bit of spam on top of it. They know that G2 have been trying to punish Les, jump spotting in that position. Going off on the flank himself.
Launching smoke.
Thorns, not broken, eventually slowing it down, and it does actually split up these players ever so slightly. The trade isn't there in time, not by Leaf, and Les is doing quick and dirty work. Jorgamo just pulls it back from the brink. But he's just one man now, and he's got to do it against Turker himself. Nade rebounds, pushes him out! He just falls down to it!
How's he gone down to that? He got a triple kill.
For the back, that's Turkey. Like you said, he plays off the sound cues, being body blocked into the process as Thorns at his feet. Jorgamo, it's in his own team's Thorns, he's trying to push through into the back! It's into a blender! The rest of his team don't stand a chance, and Leaf can only do so much in a spot like that. Smoke's primed, salvos towards your back. TP forwards, and the flash is good. But that connection, safe's not long for the world. Rocket up and over towards the top. Durka was plucked out of the sky while it was happening. Orbital strike wasted in the process. Trek's not going to have that one to work with a little bit later.
He's buying time though for less on the flank. And they're coming back to him.
Yeah, he's just holding the wall. Is there a level of awareness for G2? Do they actually take this clear and still less? Doesn't matter if you're aware of him. He's still going to rip your head clean off. Retreats, backs away. This guy didn't even hear it with the footsteps. Okay, Trent's handed relatively easy one in terms of predicting that.
Trent's also got a nice timing. Smoked off though. Might not feel confident to go through that, and he isn't. In the meantime, I've had Jorg sat around this position the entire round.
Re-exploration. Re-exploration! It's from both of them. Jorg and Kicks. It's just Jorg who gets the better of it. It leaves Trex in a 1v3.
30 seconds left.
Salvo's flash play in through the back. Open sightlines onto two of the players, but a trade. It was quick.
Upson
Vitality
to avoid the stacks.
Flash held, primed and ready. Kicks. Wants to try and send this one. It's a fake flash play. G2 are ready for it though.
Well read by Jorgamo there. Still manages to get two after he flicked back away from the false flash.
It's quick reactions. There were a lot of thrifties just in the game earlier. Not likely, at least for this round.
No, not today. Super difficult to stay alive inside of. And we saw how good G2 were at constructing a game plan when they were given the time to do so.
Valorant.
Durka's read it though.
He's making sure to stack it, plenty of bodies. Durka takes contact, flash round to the side, and that's a quick dodge. Flick of the wrist round to the side. Instant response though from Kicks, and instant response from Jonah B. That's a TP. Forced back out into the way. I don't think that was intentional. Flash forwards, good connection, and putting the squeeze onto the octagon.
Valorant's got the read that they can just tear.
Slightest of angles that Leaf can play in. Steady hand going to be required though for what's coming ahead, because a lot of Vitality bodies, but the damage being done. Less dropped, makes it that much more unlikely. As everybody topples on the side of Vitality. As you said, the money might still be good. I think losers bonus kicking his way up towards B-Long, gives his team the information. Last time we saw this one, Armageddon and the stun in through the back on top of it. Flashes in your face and a spam to supplement. Oh, it drops the bodies and it drops Vitality into that 3v5. Quick on the flank though, that is Durka. And he has to be the shining light for his team at this point, but the options are going to be running short. As the time ticks, the hourglass runs dry. Ults are going to be held. Util out, spraying and praying. That is the hope. And Jorgamo right from behind as well. He'll grant you no mercy. OT. It's inevitable here for G2 unless Trex can pull off a miracle. Well, too much to work against. 12 to 12. This over towards the site, and they do have access at least to the first part of it. The trouble is they're going to try and detangle and get out of the way. It is G2 players. What a reaction from Valin. Get out of here. Pulling off plays like that, and the damage done, softened up Kicks. He's going to use that Trailblaze. He wants to carve out a path. Potentially some space. Shower's going to be regained. Control for it. Save is making sure to vacuum it all the way up, and critical fight! He doesn't win it out!
That's
Leaf
ridiculous.
Taking it. How do you get a safe man off now? You're going to try and fight and force the issue forwards with it. Kicks. He's the one to take matters into his own hands alongside Durka, side by side. The reign supreme, but time is of the essence, and Kicks, he's got to get a move on. Got to get a move on. Got to get a move on. One down. Damage done. Jorgamo.
This feels like fake B pressure, hoping to get the pick onto Trex. Is he going to fall for it?
It's an off angle. Lot to do. Perfect. The crosshair placement. Just needs a second one, and the Stimmy gives him an exit. If you put up this space over towards A, and they are ready to pounce at this at a moment's notice. Vitality, though, still with a huge player advantage, but it's only two waiting to receive, and Trex has to be the difference maker. And he is, at least for the beginning. Leaf round to the side. Trex with three. Can't land the fourth. Still, 13 seconds left. Spike out into the open. That plan
10 seconds
needs to
left.
come online. Still Garden is ready and waiting.
Last track.
Trailblazer, round to the corner, not broken, timing taken. And plan stuck, 1v2, flash through, no way, unbelievable. Moments of... Here, flash through and around, that's gonna be showers, and you hear it. Yep, here comes the rumble.
30 seconds
That's
left.
a barrel sticking out, but he hears the footsteps on top of it. And oh, the prioritization of the kills. It's flawless, and it's elite across the board, all from G2. By Durka. He's praying anybody wades in front of him, but that's going to be the drone. It spells out doom and defeat, doesn't it? Aftershock on top of it, just in case Jorgmo wasn't enough. TB forwards, but my God, man, getting ahead of your own util at that point. Trade it out. This kicks was hard committed onto the corner, and they're going to be glad for it at that point. And okay, Wrangle with a rifle, coverage there into every possible avenue. G2 paved the way to a plant now onto this site, potentially to the map win. It's all down to safe, it's all down to less. 2 versus 4. Good clearance. Clears up the potential question marks, but Valin wins his fight and Les reveals his hand. Molly won't save you there, Valin's feeling it! Puts him to bed.
And they've anticipated this pistol.
It's a 5-player stack. It's a squeeze occurring though, but held down by Leaf. Okay, Ghost in hand. Short work at Durka. Up through the gut though. Vitality not willing to slow down, but they are walking up into a few of these players, and there's that damage done. Yeah, full line into the salvos. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run if you are Kicks. They drop down, but there's that deep push out, but honestly, might be too little too late.
Vitality are going to need something incredible. It would be this guy on the flank here.
Leaf's,
Safe.
okay.
Catches onto Leaf. Now there's going to be pressure behind. Eyes, head's got to be turned from Jonah. I know, they take the aggressive option instead, actually. Dominating waterfall control in a 4v2, but getting pinched from both ends.
Definitely one option for you. Jorgmo whips his way around to the corner and trying alongside it. It's clean movement, brings it to a 1v2 though. Definitely winnable for Safe into this spot, and he's managed to creep forwards past line of sight angles. Trent just jiggling. He knows the win cons. He's running away because he's got the salvos back online. As soon as he hears that first tap, he knows he's going to be able to deny. It's all to play with and all to work with. Safe still. Rocking a hard place is how I described it earlier. Don't think it was for him in particular, but it does mean that G2 gonna be able to steal away here. Pistol round. Steal probably the wrong term to use as well. They were looking like they were in control from beginning to end, to be honest.
They certainly were. Over towards C. He's using a jump peek technique here. Now, drone finds 2 of them.
Plus 2.
Trying to trigger out a trap play. Jorg playing way ahead of the rest of his team.
Okay.
Just because he's always got the opportunity to escape. He doesn't pull the escape.
Him. They sacrifice him and they hope they win the round. Usually ends up being the case here. Vitality have got players tucked down onto the side, and that's a good paranoia at that and a good swing on top of it. Opening picks found, but these players are weak as anything, and that Marshall in the hands of Leaf will make it look filthy. Still, Guardian, anything could happen, especially if they line up just right. Kicks, smoke off to the side, but with Safe falling. Exchange of the weaponry, trade hands multiple times over the course of this round, yet still it's G2 on top with 3 players living.
Just send Jorg in, or Jorg and Valid both, because they have the opportunity to escape.
Kicks. He's gone up top. Hold on.
They don't
flash
know.
into the face. They don't know at all. I mean, either side just unaware of the fact that he was perched up onto the high ground. Valin.
There.
Loves lurking on this map. Always got to try to keep an eye on where he is. Calling for reinforcements to go for the B pop, and Safe is here, but gets dealt with so snappy.
Still out wide. It's all on Les to do the most into that spot, and the trade is instantaneous here by G2. Get a bit closer to the ults.
Vitality need to be doing some hunt the lurker kind of protocols, and here they go.
Oh, well, okay, Jonah P. No worries at all, man. Steady hand. But it's an onslaught that's going to be facing him. Drops himself down. It's a hard anchor position from Safe. He's got to get value into this spot. Util out into the hands, but return of the fire is there. Leaf sees it. It's a tantalizing upgrade onto the floor, and he's going to be receiving the rifle on top of it, but Kicks with the smoke in. He's running rings around them. He's already found himself 2. TP cuts it south across, and
Combo play.
Shadows traveling.
splitting up for the time being. Paranoia, that's a double blind. Nearsighted as both of them. They're just trying to cut sound cues away. Keep a series of unknowns into the play, but Jonah P forced to reveal his hand. It's 3 in a round 4, and will he get the 4th? Yes, he will!
4
Yes, he will!
4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4
You couldn't get better crosshair placement there from Jonah.
Deep smoke. He just spotted it. Belly a shoulder and leaves out of there, man.
He saves
Senses
a bullet as well.
He knows that there's danger in the air. Oh my god. Just reacts off to the side, but wasn't expecting that one. And okay, Sheriff, quick work. Yes! My goodness!
Where's he pulled down?
30 seconds left.
Down to Jorgamo. He's got to go walkabouts here, but oh my. Swarmed quickly.
We're all just waiting for the replay.
He used to slow them all the way down, and Jorgamo's just hoping and hunting for a bit of information, but he's missed the B main player. And if he wants to go for this one, yep, he's exited out, and right from the side, Les strikes back once more. Armageddon paves away to a crawl and creeping round from behind. It's safe, he reveals the hand anyway. Steel Garden, let loose. And random spray paves the way, wins the day. Even a nade running rampant, yet somehow G2. How the hell have they done this? They forced Trex into a 1v2. Slides to taps, no bullets left. He needs to try and find a fight early on, walking right in. And Jonah P just does not lose these. G2.
And they don't need these. This is one of the first halves that they've been able to get off to a lightning hot start.
When your form's good, you don't slow down.
And they're getting everything.
Yeah.
Every kind of coin flip fight is going their direction. The spams through the smoke.
They've been passing around the horseshoe.
It feels like it. Yeah. Take down Vitality, you got to be good, and sometimes I guess you got to be a little lucky. And G2, they're looking on fire right now.
Got it both. Re-exploration by Les, instant punish with a bullet to the head. Out wide, door opened. And bodies dropped, toppled.
This year. A reminder that this team is 6-0 since forming this version of the Vitality Super Team. If G2 are able to close this out, and they're looking good for it, it would be Vitality's first loss of the year. The first loss with this roster, with Durka and Les joining the team. Many others have tried. Top teams, top IGLs. It's taken something pretty special today to put the pressure onto them and make it seem like a possibility. Vitality have come back from scoreline, flies forward with one of only 2 hero rifles, trying to make the difference.
Whole line, salvos, and okay, pulls out the ult, and somehow still gets away with a pick.
It's got some of the Vice util and one of the hero rifles.
Jorgamo straight in there, Les trying to make the most of it with his crosshair placement and precision. It's the name of the game for a player like him. It's good for that one. Found it potentially even footing for his team to walk into this, but not quite in the gun category. And okay, well, leave.
Buying time for Durka's flank.
That's the important thing. Durka wrapping around with that rifle in hand. Might get open access, and yes, he does. So leave falls, safe, follows through.
2 rounds on the board for Vitality, both off the back of triple Sheriff shots. The Durka flank, though, was expertly orchestrated, and Vitality looked more in control in that round after dropping. Brent, they're about to fight Mound off the horn. No, they decided to back it up.
A difficult one. The wall going to be popped open. Somehow Leaf wins out that fight. There's options mounting up. Here for G2, they could take it into many different directions here, but they set the sights over towards C with only 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and Vitality still have 3 players here. A Vice ultimate, Fade ult.
Here's the difficulty. How the hell do you chew through this? You can't exactly bide your time and wait this one out. Got to try and just send it. Take the fight anyway. Pistols in hand, and the timing has been caught. And right there, you're in the shadow arm at that point, Valorant. Not ready for the fight that's going to be coming your way. Les, Drex safe, all being bought that time to play into the side. And with the Nightfall hot on their heels, Jonah P is forced to try and get that plant down. And you got to win that one out. Drop down with a spike in their laps.
Instead, so Kix is going to inform the stack over towards B and A.
The refight flash, but they're way ahead of him, aren't they? Oh my god, there's defense necessary, and it was ordered up onto a platter. Les is happy to oblige, and that sees his perfection in motion. Safe, happy to slam it down, but caught. Reload out into the open. There was no defense. There's no correction for that one here. It's an open A site with a plan going down now for Valorant.
Leafs on the backstab too. Nobody with Trex to try to clear this.
Pockets are playing.
Ideally, you want to go and clear over towards Rubble to start this retake.
Roll of Thunder. Cuts this one up. This is for Leaf to potentially take a peek and fight out towards stairs. Wins it out. It's labored, it's precarious, but he plays his life in the end because he sees it and hears it. Trex in his face. It's a necessary one, but he's causing a distraction and the backstab play. This is off the charts with the game IQ. It's buying time and win con possibilities for Valen, but he's just one man. 31 health. Leaf needs to win these ones out. Clearance, it's all about the timing and takes the peek with the smoke in play. Kicks are sticking all the way. Spam of the run and gun just does not save you.
Great defense from Trex. Jorg,
We already said he's got the big boy gun.
Jorg has a Yoru ult, which is
line.
really difficult to up against.
TB forwards. Oh my, perfect peek there from Kicks. As soon as the Hordes lay it down on top of it and gets out scot-free. It's an off angle, just being held in case there is that walk up.
I mean, what's the timing on the haunt here? Prowler sets him up.
Takes a peek. Takes the peek and takes the shot. Almost takes two of them out for it.
Oh, the C's.
Oh my!
Oh, that's so good from Trex and Durka.
You wanted to see more from him. You're getting it here and now. He's tearing G2 to pieces.
There's nothing that Trent can do to salvage this one. Vitality needed that.
Vitality are raring to go. They want to set this guy up for another one. Why not?
4 in the round from Durka, 1 away from a showstopper.
Though is one thing. And it's going to be spotting out 1, 2 players here. Fault line's going to be coming through. Exiting early. Kicks has broken his bloody ankles. It's up to the rest of G2 to see if they can do a bit more with this one. And Leaf does return with that 1 kill. Armageddon. Lay it down a little bit prior. It's going to be wasted though. Trent not getting too much done with that one.
That is so sick. Kicks just TikToked him. He
He really
absolutely owned him. Safe
Broke
though,
his brain.
go for a bit of a re-exploration here. They lost a lot of information over on the A side of the map, so Safe wants to pick some back up.
And right into his prime sightlines. Stampede going to be occurring. Pit lay it down, why not? Might as well just throw everything into the mix to try and win this one round out. Warp through, snake bite, and Trent spam down, spray down, snake bite of his own. Leaf could be a miracle worker, but my God, how the hell do you tangle with this one? It's a Pit versus Pit. Heavy blight now, lay it down over towards the C site. Decay damage to pocket the play in. Players highlighted reload ordered and Kicks eager to chase him down. We end this one at 6-6. Vitality and maintain composure. Out towards it, realizing it. They've given up the sight and there's an angle here. It's a heavy lick Durka gives him straight to the side of the head. He's going for more, man. Re-exploration, these timings that Durka's taking. Straight out of the page book of Team Liquid, almost. They threw it out. Just gets caught onto the corner there. There's 3 players of G2 eager for a bit of a bloodbath now, out towards it. 1 steps forward into the smoke. Kicks, trying to be cheeky with it. The shot's rattled off. Fire's going to be exchanged. G2, though, are the ones who are slowly edging this one out. Jonah P onto the defuse. Not even getting the half, but surely trust defense necessary. A reload by Trex. He just needs to spam and straight shots to go his way. And it's not happening. Not today, not in that instance. G2 with a pistol round.
Double.
There's a lot of the danger of the round they could be facing. As you said, they've done their homework. Jorgum. Oh! Okay, overstays his welcome. Cuts up towards Rubble and Jonah P very steady.
Well,
yep,
yeah.
see? Oh, we didn't miss too much.
Thankfully they are.
All good.
Here's a little smoke for Leaf to play inside.
Or just granted him a potential gift. His own teammate is setting that one up, so Leaf dominating it nice and early.
Safe might call the acceleration here, considering that they pushed all the way out through Mound. Should be a timing.
Pixel angle. Jonah P, feeling the heat, feeling the pressure. It's definitely being turned up against him now, and he's going to try and hold it down towards the back of the side. And shots fired. Kicks returns it. Straight back at him, straight towards the back of the side, but it's going to be bullets to the back for Trex. He was just none the wiser into that spot there. And Kicks, head on a swivel, time running short, pushed out into the open, to the arms of Leaf. Oh boy, here it is. Time to shine, son. Step up to the challenge, step up to the mark, and he's not shy, is he? Still, it's Less who takes that swing, and he was the one who was healthy with the armor. The only other player that could have taken that.
30 seconds.
Can't step forward too much here, but as,
30 seconds
like you
left.
said, 30 seconds time. Running against them here, giving up a lot of space. It's a Angle off to the side, and Jonah B's looking around all over the bloody place. Trent takes a peek from on high. Cuts Turka straight out the picture. 15 seconds. Vitality got to get a move on, and they need to defend this spot and position. It's a safe plan. Nothing to posture this one back. It's a 3v3, and Kicks are on 10 HP taking this fight. Surely not as ideal. I mean, he's going to be calling now for safe. Joining him. In hands, but listen, bullets answered right back through the wall and more. Up through the top, needs to be a defense order. Jorg is hitting absolute waldies and a double face. Oh my! It's filthy work, man.
So much damage done at the start of the round. In some sense, it's picture perfect. Very classic play.
Outlaws rattled off, fired off. Jonah P stands and delivers. Off to the side, TP in, but there's no one else to play off the back of that one, so the damage done, and you can mow them all down. It's too predictable and it's too easy when you play like that. Into the hands of G2. Outlaws revealed. Playing in Jorgamo, bait and switch. Should be a level of awareness here. Yes, there is.
What a flip.
Crosshair placement wasn't quite ideal for Jorgamo to take that one, but you're absolutely right, Josh. I mean, Turka, almost a hospital flick is what it looked like, but
My blind is dead.
definitely adjusted in time. Here's a showstopper. Lets loose and finds a body. Leaf, there's no retreat from that one, and my God! He's running rampant! Seems like every time Vitality.
And any kind of damage here is decent, safe, and less. Still have a little bit of money, so as long as they don't lose more than 2 rifles, they're gonna be fine.
The bait. That's unbelievable.
Same spot Jorg got cleared from before, though.
Level of awareness still here, but they just take the initiative and they take the fight straight to them still. Vitality of players lagging behind, and they just played anti-flash as a result of the positioning, and Jonah P has got a few more ults to spare. Rolling Thunder, Armageddon, offload it, salvos at your feet. There is no safety. You cannot survive that one. It's an onslaught coming your way, and G2 find themselves with a player advantage now in a potential retake. They're happy to play it with pack mentality, group up together, give Vitality the sight, give them the space.
Turka's actually got great info, though, because he controls Waterfall. So as this comes through, they're going to know that all 3 players are coming from in front.
Might be all on Turka to this point. Nightfall expended, aftershock into the side. Turka draws blood, finds the one, barrel spoken wide, Trex with the other, and leaves it down to Jonah P. Bit of spam, Odin, not the weapon of choice, not by any means. But how the hell do you even get into there? You just can't cross past them.
These are the 2 players from... Safe, gets away with it. They're going back into him.
Doors open, doors open. Leaves forwards. Leave! God damn, man! Finally a bit of stray spam into the box, but time's running short and Vitality, they've outthought themselves.
Spray down, though.
Testion already ordered up here from the Vitality players, up and over the top as well. Rebounds away, just dropping into the bodies. They're bumping into each other, man. Into the night and into the fray. And a fight won out by G2, at least momentarily, but is it even planted for safe? That is the question. Tucked to the corner, salvos. Just can't quite get his body on it, man. G2. It's Jorgamo with full peace of mind that he's going to be
this series. They're going forwards into a rubble fight. First one of the game.
Yeah, explosive. Not what we've been conditioned for, but as the curtain drops, so does Kicks. Ventral drift in through the back as well. That was an evacuation attempt, and he got all the info that was necessary. 2 players immediately out of the picture and out of the fight here. Vitality. It's going to be a scramble to earn your way back into this round. Round 20 for G2. They won that 12.
Does feel like the first nail in the coffin.
Pixel angle. Jonah P. Usually perfect on it. Paranoia. Snake bite to respond. Trex. Use of his own, waiting into his hand. Forced out into the open, and Leaf takes that first contact. Skipping a hop straight into their face. Judge and play, and they know exactly where Les is. Another full defuse. They're min-maxing in a moment like this, man.
That's so good. Jonah P and Valorant.
Which direction do you face it in? That is the question. Smokes dissipating, util forwards, flashes are blinding them. And how do you stand your ground against this one? Spraying, praying, winning the day. Shots are fired. It's precise by safe, but he's running rampant, and listen, flicking around all over the place. There's no safety to be found for him, but he considered Turka deep onto the site. Dodges his way past most of the util. This is cheeky from him. And it's almost necessary as well, yet still Leaf wins it out. 3 versus 3. G2 trying their hardest to not be denied that chance, that date with Destiny, a rematch with EDG. The moments like this, Vitality, they're gonna fight for every single possibility. Time ticking. Leaf's on the low ground, he's gonna get a bit of a move on, and I think they've done it. Vitality have bought enough time. Still alive.
The plan.
Odin spam, spraying away. Jonah P, he's gonna get pressured now. He needs some bailout. Defense is ordered up, still kicks his way ahead of it. Jonah P's been dealt with, still. Spraying and praying, running rampant into the back of the side here. Jorgamo! He's handed it. Target-rich environment. Potentially the nail in the coffin. Up and over the top, information. It's granted, it's given over, and garnered. Armageddon forcing them out into the open. There is no comfort, there is no surviving, and G2 gets what they want.